The story begins in a fantasy world where 3 years prior the Demon King has returned with his giant army. He has 13 generals and he is roaming the land. Still, there are those who stand against the evil Demon King and fight him. Those are the 7 heroes, mighty warriors that will do anything to stop evil. One of them is Chrome Walker. He is a nice fellow who is in love with Arena. She is the priest of the group and also plans to marry Chrome after the battle is over. Yuno is one of the strongest heroes in the group and also Chrome's best friend. We learn more about the group of heroes fighting with Chrome as his friend. Riot is the powerful vanguard, Farah is the lethal swordsman, and there is also Margot the knight. Finally, we have the sage, Valerie, and Arena the priest. Chrome also learned his magic skills from Valerie. The group is now preparing to fight Frangulus. He is one of the Demon King's evil generals. Before the battle begins, the heroes rest for the night. Chrome then notices something odd. He sees Arena with Yuno going into a room. He follows them and soon finds out the horrible truth that they are sleeping together. Arena is cheating on Chrome and she is truly in love with Yuno. Chrome is now heartbroken and he feels betrayed. Still, things are about to get much worse. The following day, Chrome is trapped in a chain spell. This was created by Valerie. Chrome has no idea what's happening but soon finds out that his group has chosen him as the sacrifice. They have all agreed to sacrifice him and his magic to make themselves stronger. Soon demon wolves arrive and they eat Chrome. Chrome screams in agony and anger as his most trusted friends have betrayed him. His hatred and anger level up and suddenly he hears a voice. This voice tells him that the darkness in his heart has activated an X skill. This X skill causes fixed damage to others and it all depends on his hate and anger. Chrome starts to lose himself to the darkness and he defeats the wolves and ends their lives in seconds. Chrome now has to focus on anger to be more powerful. Now his only mission is to get revenge on his former friends and use this dark power. 2 years pass and we learn that the great heroes defeated the Demon King, but things are not much better for the common people. We then spot Chrome, who is now different. His hair is longer and he wears a new outfit. He's also really powerful as he focused all his time on upgrading his X skill. Soon he spots a girl being attacked by several guards. Chrome now activates his X skill and ends the guards in mere seconds. Chrome learns that the girl he saved is Freinright and she also has a tragic backstory. The current Duke of this land is Riot, the member of the hero squad that betrayed Chrome. Riot is a horrible leader and he has made the people really afraid and also poor. Chrome learns from she that the heroes defeat the Demon King and now they live a life of wealth and luxury. While they are loving their new lives, the people around them are still suffering. Riot is a truly horrible and cruel person and he murdered She's sister. Now she wants revenge and she needs Chrome to help her. We learn that Chrome's body has become weak over the years. He's unable to use magic and he can only use the Darkness X skill. Because of that, he can barely walk, but still he does accept She's offer to help her. They go into the castle where Riot lives. Soon they attack the guards and Chrome defeats them with no problem. Riot then tries to attack them. He has a special necklace that protects him and also he is a lethal swordsman. Still, Riot is shocked when he gets dealt with an attack that creates 99 damage points. It is revealed that Chrome has trained his X skill so much that now his fixed damage is 99 points. This is enough to take down even the strongest demon general. Riot is now truly afraid as he realizes that Chrome has come for revenge. In this battle, we learn more about Chrome's powers and how they work. Basically, anything in his radius dies very quickly when he uses that power. Riot is now panicked and he orders his guards to fire arrows at Chrome, but he destroys the arrows the moment they get in range. Chrome can destroy living beings and also objects, anything that is in range. Riot now starts to beg Chrome. He does not want to die and he tries to remind him of their past and their friendship. For Chrome, this is just a painful memory. Riot was one of his closest friends and he always thought they would be friends forever. Now Riot is just a horrible person who betrayed him and left him to die. Riot tries to explain that it was never his idea to murder Chrome and then it was the others. Chrome does not believe this at all and after Riot begs him for mercy, Chrome activates his powers. Riot bleeds out and dies screaming. After that, she visits the grave of her sister and tells her to rest easy as their revenge is complete. Now it's time for Chrome to continue his journey, but she wants to help and join him on his quest for revenge. Their next target is the High Priestess Arena, the lover who betrayed Chrome in the most horrible way. Arena now lives with Yuno in one of the largest cities, so this operation will get very dangerous, but Chrome knew the risks when he started his revenge quest. Captain Vance has also been in a close relationship with Arena, but soon he finds her in bed with the High Priest. It seems that Arena has multiple partners and she is using her body to climb to the top and be the most powerful woman ever. Even Yuno, her main lover, is not that important to her. In the meantime, we see that Chrome and Shia have started their journey. Chrome has strange dreams where he meets the darkness, the woman in black that has been giving him powers. She tells him that they will meet soon enough. Chrome then talks with Shia about revenge and life after revenge. She once again confirms that she wants to help Chrome in his quest, and she knows the dangers. Soon the darkness starts to speak to both of them, and it wants to help. Since Chrome is cursed and he uses that X-skill power, his body is overall weak. He would need to give some of his power to his partner so that they could protect him. She is the perfect candidate, but Chrome has to accept her. The two agree to work together, and the darkness grants She a sword and some powers. Now they continue their quest and mission. In the meantime, Captain Vance tries to get revenge on Irina for cheating on him, but soon enough he gets into even more trouble with the guards. Irina has everyone working for her, even the royal guard. He tries to tell everyone that Irina is a horrible person, but the crowd does not believe him. While this is happening, Chrome and She are in the crowd watching carefully. Irina then puts a spell on Vance while pretending to be shocked and afraid. This spell causes Vance to lose his mind and end his own life. Irina laughs at him, but the crowd does not notice. Chrome and She talk about the magic that Irina uses to make people into her slaves. Chrome is ready to start his revenge on her, the lover who betrayed him. The people in the crowd cannot believe that Captain Vance ended his own life, and in that moment She and Chrome arrive at the scene. Chrome is wearing a scary mask, so Irina does not recognize him right away. She starts to attack the guards while Chrome stays in the same place. He has created the perfect trap for Irina. Irina once again tries to use her magic attacks, but nothing works, and Chrome tells her the situation. Basically, if she gets in his 10-meter radius, she will die, so will her soldiers. She then attacks the soldiers and defeats them rather quickly because of her power-up. Now, Irina is taken as a hostage and Chrome leaves with her. He does not want to end her life right away. Irina is now trapped in a church and Chroma arrives to face her. He finally takes off his mask and Irina is shocked. She cannot believe he survived. In that moment, she tries to manipulate Chrome once more. She lies to him and tells him that she still loves him. Chrome does not believe any of her lies and he only demands answers. He wants to know why he was chosen that day to be the sacrifice. Irina promises to tell him everything, and she explains that Valerie, the sage and magician, decided that Chrome would be the best target. He created a spell called the Chains of Despair. Basically, Irina asked Chrome to marry her that morning so his despair and sadness would be greater when he was sacrificed. Chrome was used to generate darkness, and then Yuno took that same amount of light energy to power up. Chrome was a generator that Yuno used, and that is the only reason he had to die. Irina begs for forgiveness, and she even offers her body to Chrome. He slowly starts to use his darkness to destroy her limbs, but decides to spare her. At first, Irina is relieved by this, but soon Chrome presents his plan. Chrome asks the darkness to make Irina his servant. She will not be able to harm him, and she will get darkness powers. Irina accepts this, but soon the twist happens. While her mind will remain the same, her body will change. Irina is turned into a bug monster by the darkness, and she screams away in agony. She wants her pretty face back, and she cannot believe this happened to her. This is worse than death. In the meantime, Chrome and She start to plan for their next target. It is the sage Valerie. Chrome and She arrive at the land where Valerie does his experiments. It seems that he is notorious for being a horrible and evil mage who does human experiments. We then meet Yurin, one of his latest victims. She is a little girl who escaped the lab, and she is now targeted by demon beasts. She is able to defeat the demonic beasts. Chrome feels weak as his body cannot move that fast because of the darkness. He has to let She do all the attacking while he can only use his X skill in range. They learn from Yurin that she now has a target on her back because of Valerie and his horrible spells. She attracts demons wherever she goes. Chrome and She decide to help her and save others like her. They soon find Valerie in his lab and many of his students. It seems that Valerie has many young students who are also his lovers. The Duke is a major creeper, but his students will do anything to protect him. Micah is one of the most important apprentices, and he tries to protect Valerie. Chrome arrives, and he is just too powerful for any single magic user. His power is that dangerous. Soon Chrome, Yurin, and She find the secret lab and free all the slaves there. Then Valerie shows up, and he is really surprised that Chrome is alive. The spell should have ended his life. Chrome then spots a woman in chains who is placed in a special crystal. Chrome wants to know what the darkness is and how Valerie created that original spell. Valerie then explains that in ancient times there was another civilization that lived in this realm. Valerie starts to tell the story of Elemuseria, an ancient civilization that ruled Earth in a past long forgotten. These beings had powers and technology that is far beyond what humans can imagine. Then one day they were destroyed by a mysterious event. The remains of that civilization are found all over the planet, and their powers are the source of human magic. Still, humans are never able to achieve that same level of power. Valerie also explains that the darkness is a mysterious being that belonged to that long-lost civilization, and now this darkness is lost in a space beyond this world. Valerie still cannot believe that Chrome survived his spell, and he reveals that he found this ancient spell in some ruins. The spell was supposed to use Chrome as a generator, and by creating dark energy in him, it was also giving light energies to Yuno. Valerie explains that the group used Chrome as the sacrifice since his heart was truly pure. They had to ruin that good nature and create evil and anger inside of him. Chrome remembers the past and how he was trained by Valerie. Chrome wanted to be just like Valerie, but now he looks at his former master with disdain and anger. Valerie and Chrome start to fight with their magic powers. Valerie tries to use a spell on Chrome, but the darkness stops his attacks. Valerie realizes that Chrome has become truly powerful and he is proud of his former apprentice. Chrome does not care, and with the help of She, he traps Valerie into a crystal where he will remain forever. Micah realizes that his master Valerie is not coming back, so he seeks revenge against Chrome. Micah takes the orb that is connected to the ancient civilization and he goes into a nearby village to cause chaos. Chrome has to get the orb back to lift the curse that Valerie put on these poor people. He orders She to scout ahead and find some clues. She charges ahead and she loves her new powers. The darkness grants her super speed and also a mighty sword. She is a bit worried about Chrome and his rising hate. The more he hates and gets angry, the more the darkness increases its power. Soon she spots a woman being attacked by giant monsters. This woman kinda looks like She's older sister, so she goes to save her. She is able to defeat the giant monster, but soon it's revealed that the woman is also a monster. This was all a trap set by Micah. In the meantime, Micah has entered the village and started to destroy the people there with his magic. He does not care about anything, he just wants to cause chaos like Valerie did. Soon enough, She and Chrome arrive and start their battle with Micah. Micah is going all out using his magic to defeat them. Chrome is then allowed to enter a special black door. He is transported to another dimension, and there he meets a beautiful woman with jet black hair and a wicked smile. We learn that this woman is the darkness herself, and she wants to help Chrome in this battle. Rakshasa is the name the darkness gives herself. She has been trapped in this dimension for quite some time, and she now wants to help Chrome. The darkness has had many different human hosts, but Chrome is by far the strongest one. His hate and anger are so great that Rakshasa now has a body and her power is growing every day. Still, if Chrome wants more power, he has to make his bond with the darkness even stronger. Chrome also has to get closer to She so that her darkest powers develop even further. Rakshasa teases Chrome that he will have to date She in the future. Naraku is the source of the darkness. It is located inside of a giant lake in this world. Rakshasa takes Chrome to this location and soon he starts to hear the voice of Naraku. Chrome wants to know if there are others like him, others who use the darkness. Naraku explains that there is one who uses the light. He has a clear connection to Chrome. Chrome realizes that this is his best friend Yuno and he wants to see him. Naraku opens a teleport and transports Chrome to meet with Yuno. Chrome is losing his mind from bloodlust and revenge as he only wants to confront Yuno. We see that Yuno is on another mission and he is fighting a giant monster. He is super powerful and he is using the light in every fight he has. We learn more about his motivation. Yuno did not want to betray his best friend, but he fell in love with Arena and wanted her for himself. He feels kinda bad that Chrome is gone, but Yuno wants Arena. Now in the present, we see him using his light powers and soon a teleport opens up. Yuno sees a graveyard and there he spots Chrome in his dark cloak. The meeting of former friends and current enemies has started. Yuno is shocked to see Chrome and he cannot believe that he is alive. Chrome and Yuno are now face to face. Yuno tries to explain his reason for the betrayal, but Chrome does not care. We also learn that Yuno has a light creature inside of him, just as Chrome has the darkness. Chrome sees a vision of that day they decided to sacrifice him. Yuno really did not want to sacrifice anyone, but Arena seduced him and they picked Chrome. Chrome then tells Yuno that he changed Arena forever and also started to get his revenge on the other party members. Yuno starts to lose his mind, but he decides to seduce other women and let go of Arena. He also uses his holy sword in the battle and actually does some damage to Chrome. Yuno and Chrome also argue about who slept with Irene first. He and Chrome then start their battle and Yuno actually loses his limbs in the fight. Then his light avatar tells him to leave this realm and get stronger. Chrome is furious that his enemy has escaped the battle, but he decides to train and get his revenge one day soon. Chrome returns to the real world where only mere seconds have passed. He is still in a fight with Micah, the crazy apprentice who wants revenge for Valerie. During the battle, Yurin gets stabbed and She is injured. Chrome realizes that he can only use the X skill with the fixed damage, so he is not really useful in dynamic fights like these. He then talks with the darkness once more about a plan. She tells him that he can give some of his powers to Yurin and turn her into a demon. She will either die as a human or become reborn as a demon. Yurin accepts this and Chrome makes her his partner. Yurin is now a demon, and with the help of She is able to take down Micah. Micah is placed into a crystal and has to suffer eternal pain. Valerie is also still trapped, and we learn that he can never use magic again. Chrome leaves with his new party and plans to continue his revenge. The darkness and Urine tease She about her feelings toward Chrome. Yuno is returned to his battle. He is still fighting that giant monster, but now he is missing a hand. Soon Margot the Knight arrives and saves Yuno and Farah from the monster. While Margot is pretending to be friends with Yuno, he actually wants to become the #1 hero and plans to be the strongest. In the meantime, we see that Chrome is trying to train his powers. He wants to become stronger so that he can fight and defeat Yuno in their future battle. Soon he is attacked by a hero party. This is a group he met while he was working with Yuno and the others. Urine defends Chrome when a demon general arrives. Frangulus, one of the strongest demons and also an ancient vampire, has arrived to the scene. She takes control of the hero party and they swear to serve her. Frangulus and Chrome have a standoff, but she does not want to fight. Instead, she wants Chrome to join the demons. Chrome does not want to become part of the demon army, but he wants to learn from Frangulus and become stronger. Frangulus offers him a way to upgrade his powers. Vayu, the light avatar that serves Yuno, arrives to meet with Farah. He tells Farah that she has to be ready to help Yuno in his fight against a new Darkest user. Vayu is worried that Chrome will get too strong. In the meantime, Chrome goes to meet with the demons, and there he learns that Margot the Knight is actually working with the demons. Chrome also wants to get revenge on him, but he has to pause his mission for the time being. Chrome learns that Margot is helping the demons because he wants to stop and defeat Yuno. Yuno is just getting stronger, and soon he will destroy the world. Margot actually talked with a god of light called Nirvana, and he learned that Yuno has to be defeated. Chrome decides to stay in the castle, but that same night he is met by a burning skull. This is the former demon king who cannot get his body back. He wants to team up with Chrome and show him the secrets of the castle. The darkness does not trust the demon king, but Chrome accepts this offer as he wants to get ready for Yuno and learn more powers. We learn more about Harlord, the leader of the secondary hero party. He was a farmer in his past, and while he wanted to be a hero, he always wanted to protect his friends. Now in the present, we see him and his part fighting Frangulus. She is ruthless and without any mercy. She starts to murder each and single one of them. She is ultra powerful and she can fight against any human fighter without any issue. Harlord tries to summon his own holy sword to fight the mighty vampire and end her before she is able to defeat his entire party. In the meantime, we see that Chrome is talking with the head of the Demon King. They travel into the lower parts of the castle, and the Demon King tells Chrome that he has to activate an altar to help him. Chrome then sees this ancient civilization that lived on Earth, and at first glance it looks like modern human civilization. It seems that our present is the past in this magic world. Chrome is shocked to find that this advanced civilization was real in the past. Chrome watches over this ancient civilization and tries to learn more about what happened to them. He also learns that the dark and light are more connected than he previously imagined. Still, he has to be careful so that the Demon King does not trick him. In the meantime, Margot joins the fight on the side of Frangulus. They have now both taken down most of the party, but Harlord does not want to give up at all. He is fighting, and he wants to save the friends he has. Margot is truly powerful, and he has a wide array of attacks. Harlord tries to power up his holy sword, and he attacks Margot. They start swinging at each other, and it's a brutal fight. Finally, Margot powers up, and Harlord starts to get seriously injured. Harlord makes his final stand, and Margot slashes his head off in a final attack. It seems Harlord has lost his fight. Chrome has a horrible dream of his party dying in the past. He is worried about the upcoming event where he is going down to the altar. He has decided that he has to take that power. While he does not trust the Demon King, he has no choice. She is worried about him, and she tries to tell him to reject that idea. Still, Chrome is determined to keep going as he has to get that power. He talks with the Demon King once more, and they agree to work together and go into the ruins. The Demon King explains that none of his servants were able to deal with the power in the Dark Altar, but he thinks that Chrome might be able to handle it. Chrome takes his team and they start their journey down. Frangulus is worried about him and wishes to keep him safe. Margot also learns more about the demons, and he wants to gather as much power as possible in the future. When Chrome arrives in the ruins, he is attacked by a mysterious woman warrior with glasses. Elaine is the mysterious warrior attacking Chrome and his friends. She is a wanted hero, and she thinks that Chrome is working for the demon army. She has a flaming sword, and she does not care for Chrome and his explanations. Chrome tries to prevent a battle, but Elaine attacks without any mercy. Chrome, She, and Yuri start to fight back with direct attacks. Elaine is really powerful, and when she gets into Chrome's radius, the lethal attack does not end her life. It seems that she has a pretty powerful shield that protects her from that attack. Elaine is determined to win this fight and become stronger than Yuno, the main hero of the light. Suddenly, vampires appear, and it seems that Frangula sent them to help Chrome. The three vampires help in the battle, and they defeat Elaine together. The vampires reveal that Frangula has a crush on Chrome, so she cares for him a lot. She is jealous as she is also in love with Chrome. Chrome is healed by the vampire girls, and soon they are all attacked by an undead Harlord. Harlord is fully dead now, but his body is moving on its own and he is aggressive. Harlord starts to attack the group, but Chrome is able to match his strength. Finally, she ends the battle by stabbing Harlord once more. The vampire girls explain that his body was brought back by a demon, Lord Virgilidomus. Now Harold turns into a giant skeleton-like demon with insane power. We see that Harold died, and then the Demon King found him. He offered Harold help and power. Harold and his lust for revenge took over, and he allowed the Demon King to change his body and take over. Now Harold has been consumed by vengeance and the dark powers, and his only focus is to murder everyone and get revenge. Chrome can connect with this, but he still has to stop Harold as he cannot be controlled. The two have a brutal fight, and Harold is way too strong. Still, with the help of She and his allies, Chrome is able to defeat Harold. Harold's demonic body slowly starts to fade, and Chrome promises to get revenge in his place and honor his friends. Harold is sad that he lost his heroic way and lost his friends. Finally, he lets go and passes away. Later, Chrome and his friends bury Harold and remember him as a hero. He was in his prime. Chrome, She, and Yuri start to explore the ruins as they try to find the source of the power in this place. They soon end up in a cave with two objects. One object is pure light and the other darkness. The dark and light start to talk with Chrome, and they tell him about this power and how Yuno might achieve a balance between both. The light and the dark fill a role, and they can work together. Still, if Chrome wants to learn more, he has to focus on the feelings of anger, despair, and sadness. He'll have to be careful not to be totally consumed by the darkness. Suddenly, Chrome feels some pain in his body, and he feels like he is falling apart. The pain then stops, and it seems that he was tested. Still, Chrome does not care about his body. She is worried that he is pushing himself too hard, but he explains that nothing matters except his revenge and power. In the meantime, we see Margot as he is planning on starting another demon and human war. He wants this war to start so he can get famous and become the main hero in this future conflict. That is his main plan. Soon enough, Violeta Mesa appears. She is one of the 7 heroes, and she is here to stop Margot, who is working with the demons. Violeta Mesa has a special power. She can transform her body into a dragon-like beast. Violeta starts to attack Margot, but his power is too great. Soon Megs arrive, and Margot joins forces with them. Eventually, with the help of his allies, Margot is able to defeat Violeta. After that battle is over, Chrome arrives with his team, and he confronts Margot. He calls Margot out for not being a hero and just wanting fame. Margot tells the knights that Chrome is working for the demons. Chrome gets ready for a battle with Margot and warns She to not attack head-on as Margot is way too good with his sword. Margot and Chrome start their fight, but Margot does not enter the 10-meter radius that Chrome has. Margot is aware of his power. Suddenly, Chrome is transported into the dark dimension, and there the darkness tells him he has to go further to find more power. Chrome wants to hurry back to fight Margot, but the darkness explains that now he is much deeper in the dark dimension. The darkness tries to seduce Chrome. She explains that she wanted to spend more time with him alone and that she is a bit jealous of She and Yuri. Chrome is not interested in romance at all, and he wants to find that great power inside of this abyss. They continue to explore while She and Yuri fight off Margot. Margot is brutal in the fight, and he does not hold back with his mighty sword. She and Yuri have to go all out and protect each other during the battle. She just hopes that Chrome will return soon enough. Margot then invites his own slaves to help fight She and Yuri. The girls hold off just long enough for Chrome to return. Now he is much more powerful as darkness chains are all around him. Margot is now in serious trouble.